Hello, darlings. I am so excited to be with you tonight. A very warm welcome, the warmest of wonderful, willy-waving, wibbly-wobbly welcomes to each and every one of you. And I want you to know that I think that you're very beautiful, very talented, and I do love you madly. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, God, you know I've told you so often. I would like to track each and every one of you down and squeeze and tickle you until your nose starts running, you break wind violently and start dribbling. That's the kind of affection that I've got for you. You are such a wonderfully top of the range and generally windswept, interesting and marvelous inner scrotum. And I couldn't love you any more than I do. I really couldn't. Now then, welcome to Tuesday Night Live. I've got no idea what we're going to talk about, but let's get on with it, shall we? Jimmy Quinn is with us. Good evening, Boaty, and good evening to you, Jimmy Quinn. It's always a pleasure to see you. I really appreciate you being a part of this. Oh, and now then, before I forget, big community birthday today. Big community birthday because our Sean, who has become, spit it out, you useless broadcasting twat. Our Sean has of late become an integral part of the old bogs, the old Boaty's world in a scrotum, hasn't he? And the old sod has turned 50 today. So let's raise a glass to him. He'll be asleep now, but that doesn't mean that we can't have a party, does it? So let's all wish him a very happy birthday and many happy returns of the day. Penblois Happus et. And cheers to all of you. Your very good health. Bottoms up. Up yours. Oh. I'm enjoying this. Sorry, darlings. I haven't been drinking or taking sort of illegal substances. I am just on a bit of a natural high tonight. I've had a great day, a great evening, and the best part is here with me now because I am spending the last 59 minutes of Tuesday, the 23rd of April, 2024, with my favourite people in the world. And that's you lot. Oh, yes. Where did I get to? Lord Stiff Upper Lip is here and says, hey, Jason, hello to you. The lovely Sophie. I love Sophie. She's marvellous. Good evening, all, and Boaty. How's everyone's day been? Hopefully good. And how's your day been, Boaty? My day has been fantastical. Thank you for asking. Hope yours has been okay. Steve Colg is with us. The normal frog in the throat, although I may have got a lurgy, darlings. There is a lurgy doing the rounds at work. I think it's just the old common cold, to be honest. And everybody else has got it, so I assume that I'm on the verge of getting it too. I don't care. I don't care. I was okay for filming yesterday, and if I've got the lurgy now, then what the hell? You know, I shall just plough on. I haven't got to be on top broadcasting form for another couple of weeks now. It's just the normal crap that you lot have got used to. I mean, we've basically got a Stockholm Syndrome relationship, haven't we? I mean, I abuse you by putting you under some sort of weird moral obligation to watch this gobshite on a nightly basis, and you've got so used to it that you think you're enjoying it. I mean, you need intervention, really. Stephen S. Paul is with us. Oh, I said Steve Cog, didn't I? Stephen S. Paul is here from across the old heading pond. Hello, boatman and the rest of you. Peter P is here. Good evening, all. Andrew Boaty. I've a spotty botty. Come here, boy. Spotty botty minor, spotty botty major. Take your coat down one peg. Sorry, if you didn't go to public school, that will make absolutely no sense to you. Joseph Lloyd would understand. He went to public school. Oh, yes. He wasn't known as the beige bomber in those days. He would have been known as Lloyd Minor. Anyway. Oh, hello. The M11 is here. The good old M11. Yeah. Good evening, all, and gorgeous Boaty. Oh, flattery will get you everywhere, darling. It really will. Hope everyone is well. M11 has an issue regarding a deep pothole, which is lurking in a blind spot. This is definitely going to need filling at some point, and we're going to start as we mean to go on, darlings. The euphemisms will no doubt fly in thick and fast, and honk if you're horny, honk, honk, honk if you're horny. Or if you've got a pothole that needs filling. What would the opposite of that be? Oh, that'd be real. Are you up for some fun tonight, darling? Yes, darling. What did you have in mind? Role play, darling. Really, darling? Oh, what are we going to do? We're going to play Council Roadman. Oh, goody gumdrops. Right, you start. Okay. I've got a deep pothole, and it's definitely going to need filling. Could take all night. Don't you worry, my darling. I've got a great big bag of hot gravel. I'll pour that into your hole. That'll sort you out. Yeah, let's not bother with the role play. Let's just go to the fish and chip shop and turn the television on, shall we? What did I do wrong? I don't understand. Look, just shut up and go and get the fish and chips, please. I should never have married you. God almighty, ruined my life. Oh, and curry sauce. Don't forget the curry sauce. And an extra battered sausage. I'll stick that meal. You can keep your hot gravel. Oh, dear. Oh, hello. Trace is here as well. The Greenwood. You know, there is another Greenwood here, technically, but Trace is saying that she's the Greenwood, not three Greenwood. She is the Greenwood, and you should accept no alternative or imposter. Good evening, all, and good evening, Boaty, says Trace. I have been out, in capital letters, so I may be very slightly squiffy. If anybody wants to mud wrestle me now, they would probably win. Now, where's my wine? Trace is going to be on form tonight, I can tell. Or she's going to fall naked and unconscious into a sweaty heap. Oh, dear. Welcome the maiden wine burp. I think I managed to quell it, darlings. And another one. God, they're coming in droves. Quelling the wine burp, the essential talent of the professional broadcaster. And trying not to dribble, obviously. Oh, dear. £30 for a bottle of wine, says Trace. I shall cease being amazed at pub prices one day. Glad I had a voucher. That's outrageous, and I bet it was some absolute crap as well. Mustard is here. Captain Mustard. Captain Mustard. Hello, Captain. Hello, lovely Mustard, says Trace. Hey again, Mustard, says the M11. Were your balls tasty? I was told by a viewer that I need a shower, says Mustard. Best do as I'm told. Oh, yeah, always do what your viewers tell you. Rule number one. He's thrown the towel in, says Chaz Brown, and good evening to you. Bad Books is here. Good evening, all. Oh, no, says Trace. His willy waver cloth has descended upon us. Where is Boaty, says Andrew. Oh, there he is. He's hard to spot with the camouflage jacket on. Oh, and Sean is here. He's not asleep at all. Well, he might be now, but he wasn't when he typed that. Sean is here, already tucked up in a warm bed. Right, come on then, after 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shawnee. Happy birthday to you. Many happy returns of the day, mate. I hope you didn't overdose too badly on cake. I hope you enjoyed soaking up all the love that you got from your adoring fans. And I hope you did something nice that gave you a bit of a smile and a laugh and a little warm tingle. And don't stress about turning 50. Honestly, the best times are ahead of you. Honestly, I promise you. How do I know? Because that's how it's worked out for me. And, you know, I simultaneously, symptomoniously, I menopausally pass on the same wishes of better, more exciting, more wonderful life. It's all ahead of us. We're only kids, Sean. You and me, we're only kids. Last week we were 19, and now we're just embarking on a real journey through life with the rest of this wonderful lot. And the year ahead is going to be nothing less than utterly fantastic. I can feel it in my water, darlings. And I can feel it in my water. I taste it in my wine. Lust is all around us. That's why I'm feeling fine. I see it in your potholes. Good evening, Boaty, says Mark on Motoring. Oh, how lovely, a visit from the lovely Mark of Mark on Motoring. And let me remind you that Mark on Motoring is a community channel. So you are under a moral obligation to check it out if you haven't already and subscribe. I promise you won't regret it. Hello. Hello, we're getting some telephonic. Right, let me just put this on the old speaker beaker. Where's it gone? Ah, there we are. Good evening, mystery caller.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, God, here we go. Hello.
But you weren't expecting to hear from me tonight, were you, Jason?
Oh, my God, it's the... Oh, right. Yeah, how are your tracksuit bottoms, darling? Lovely to hear from you.
Why didn't you call? You said you'd call.
I bloody didn't. How long... Right, let's have a little bet as to how long she can keep up the Liverpudlian accent, shall we?
My mum's been waiting. It's been really embarrassing.
Oh, it's you.
Don't know why you're laughing, Jason. So funny.
Sorry. God. Well, it's lovely to hear from you. How are you?
I'm fucking freezing. I'm sorry. It's just really giving me trouble. And I was wondering where I'd gone. She's been waiting so long.
Do give your mother my kindest regards, won't you?
It's not your long-haired lover from Liverpool.
Well, you amaze me. You amaze me. My gob has never been so smacked, and my flabber has never been so garsted.
Who do you think it is?
Well, I assume it's Mark on Motoring, isn't it?
Oh, you got it in one. Oh my goodness. You're not as stupid as I thought.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you very much.
I didn't really think you were stupid. You know, I think you're lovely.
God, Mum, I thought you were dead. Mother, can you hear me? Oh, how are you, darling?
Mother, can you hear us, Mama? Sorry, I have Yorkshire relatives, and
we all have our crosses to bear. Yorkshire born, Yorkshire bred, strong in the arm.
Born in Yorkshire. I was born in London.
Oh, were you?
Yes, I just have relatives in Yorkshire, and they speak like that. They say there's all Yorkers and lesbians in Hampton Bridge, you know.
Yeah, we're known for it.
That's an impression of my aunt, a genuine impression of my auntie.
I would love to meet her. I would love to meet her and learn more. Learn more about Hebden Bridge, the lesbian hotspot of the north.
Well, I just thought I'd actually, my sister put me up to this call, and when the Greenwood tells you have to do something, you have to do it. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. Otherwise, it's over the knee and it's a bare bottom spanking. And
stop that. You make me come over all unnecessary.
You can only take so many of those in the 1 week, you know. Did I ever tell you about the time when I visited Dame Nora's punishment parlour? And I was a little bit short of money, so I went on the automatic buttock beaters, because they're obviously a little bit cheaper than getting one of the operatives to do it. And I got myself into place, set it on, well, medium, number 2 of 5. And the bloody machine malfunctioned. I was on there for about 20 minutes.
Well, that was fascinating.
Yeah, terrible, terrifying. Couldn't sit down for a week. So how come you sound posher than your sister?
Oh, I'm the posh one in the family. She lives in Battersea, mate, you know. We go down the pub, like, and we talk with our mates down, go down the market and buy a load of melons, you know.
All fucking Glotterstop and that, yeah.
But I'm the posh one in the family.
Did you go to the same school?
Yes, we did.
Ah.
Went to the same school, grew up in the same family, but we just, we're very different. She's the Greenwood, and I'm apparently the M11 motorway.
Yes. How the hell did you end up in Norfolk?
Oh, it's a very, very, very long story. So,
go for it.
I won't go into it.
Tell us all about the dogging as well.
It's not a very interesting long story, so I'm not going to. It's too
boring. Make a more interesting one up.
Put them to sleep.
Make a more interesting one up, or tell us about the 19-year-old dogging episode. Or...
Well, I can tell you about that if you want.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So yes, there was a guy that I liked, and he had a couple of friends that I knew. And one evening at the end of the pub was closing, and they came up to me and they said, "We're going to go for a little drive, Emma. Do you want to come with us?" And I thought, well, I like this guy. So, yeah, sounds fun. So we went for a drive. The guy I liked was driving. And they said, "We just need to stop off somewhere to collect something." I was like, okay, that's fine. So we went into this field and the other two said, "We're just going to pop off and collect the thing we need to collect. Okay, we'll leave you here." They went off, and I was so naive. I was such an idiot. So they went off, and then the guy I liked said, "Well, how about sex on the bonnet of the car?" And I thought, oh, okay, why not? I like you and everything. And so we got out, and, doing the deed. We were doing it and getting down to it, and I was like howling, and the field was echoing, reverberating around the field. And then we got back in the car, and the second we got back in the car, the people, our friends, reappeared, having just collected whatever they were supposed to have collected, and then they dropped me off home, and I never saw any of them ever again. So it was quite, I was so baffled at the time.
You never saw them again?
I think that they were watching, it just seems like, yeah. You may speak now if you like.
Thank you. I did become slightly aroused when you mentioned the howling, but well, these things can happen after 11 o'clock. I'd better have more wine, hadn't I? That will help.
Oh no, You might, if you have more wine, then you won't be aroused. It's never going to work. Then, is it?
Well, that's the bloody idea, isn't it? Although it never used to be like that with me. Back in the day when I was a young and thrusty buck, then the drunker I was, it just meant that I'd go on forever.
And now?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I haven't done it for about 35 years, have I? God only knows what. God knows what the experience would be like now.
Well, this is a very interesting conversation. I've been making lots of notes.
So, how is Norfolk and how are the older turnip bashers, and do they still wave at aeroplanes and say, "Oh, look up there in the sky, sir! Big silver bird, sir, flying up there in the sky, sir"? And when you pay for your petrol with the credit card, do they still take it off you and put it in the till?
It's not that backward. Although there's a lot of inbreeding, apparently.
Right.
I don't get involved in that.
No, it's relatively boring, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fine. I've just got over, I had the lurgy the other day. And
oh, yes, of course. You had the old COVID, didn't you?
Oh, I know. It wasn't COVID, but it was the worst chest infection or something I've ever had in my life. Okay. And I'm still actually not 100%, but, I'm getting there.
Do you need some Vic rubbing into the affected area?
Yes, definitely. What time can you get here?
Vic, you're needed. So, somebody hose him down.
You've been waiting to tell that joke for years, haven't you?
Apparently,
it sounded very well practiced.
I'm feeling quite spontaneous today. I've had a really good day. One of those weird days where everything has turned out to be positive, and you just have an amazing feeling about the world in general and the rest of your life. I mean, obviously something will happen to smack me on the arse before the morning.
Well, I think it's really important to feel good. So
I'm not going to fall off anybody because there's nobody here, so at least I know I'm safe on that score.
Yeah, it's really good. I think it's really, I love it when I have days like that when everything just seems to go well and puts you in a really good mood.
Yeah, those are the best days, and it's been just like that today. Even lunch. Look, because I've kind of been busy and doing it. One of the reasons I'm so up is that I started editing the middle bit of yesterday's film, and it's so much better than I even dared to hope. So that really put me on a bit of an up. And even my lunch, because I was busy, lunch should have been absolutely awful. And it was an absolutely awful lunch, and yet it was absolutely amazing. And I really loved it. Isn't that odd?
Well, it's yes, as Tracy said, we all love it. Well, what did she say? I can't remember the term she used in the chat. A happy Boaty, I'll say.
Where did you say that? I haven't seen that. Oh, I might. Maybe I haven't got that far in the comments.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was jumping ahead. I should leave you to host your own show, shouldn't I?
No, you carry on. I'll go and have a fag. You host it for 2 minutes.
Okay,
say happy birthday
hello, everybody.
Say happy birthday to Sean, and I'll go and have a fag.
Happy birthday, Sean. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Shawnee. Happy birthday to you. Lots of hugs and kisses, Sean. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And yes, hello everybody else.
It's a big birthday.
Hugs and kisses. I'm taking over this show for the evening.
Sorry, carry on. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You did give me the instruction to talk to them while you went and had a cigarette, so that's what I'm doing.
Oh, carry on. I'll be quiet.
Hey everybody. How are you all doing? I can't see the comments while I'm on the phone because I'm actually using the phone that I usually watch the show on. So I can't read any comments. So, actually, I've got my laptop. See if I can read some comments, shall we? No, I won't do that. I won't take over.
No, do that. Go on, read it. Go for it.
Well, I don't know where we were up to. That's the problem.
Hang on, I'll tell you. Right, go back.
Okay.
Go back to Mustard arrived. Camouflage jacket. Sean popped up. Go from Mark on Motoring. Good evening, Boaty. We love you too.
All right, I'm going to have to find that, so give me a second. God, they've been talking a lot since I've been on the phone, haven't they?
Well, this happens. This is what I have to deal with.
Okay, I have to wind the film back to be able to get to those comments. Hang on a minute. If you give me a minute, you talk about something for a minute while I have a look.
There will now
Did you say it was Mark on Motoring, did you say?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Next door to Trace saying, happy big birthday, Sean.
Right, okay. You may chat for a minute while I work out what I'm doing.
And just after Sean said, already tucked up in a warm bed. I wish M11 was here with me.
Oh, goodness me. There's been so much talk for some reason. I don't know why. I'm having to wind the film back, you see, to
Yep, don't you worry. Don't you worry. I will fill in. Love, let me taste the sweet wine from your lips. No, not those. I didn't mean that. Let's play a little bit of role play again. Oh, what was that? Oh God, let me try and remember that now. Oh yeah. I'll do a joke. I'll do a joke while the M11 is trying to.
Well, do you know what I've realised? Why I couldn't find the comments? I'm looking at last night's blooming stream, aren't I? Hang on a minute, let's get to the right one. That's why I can't find it. So could you just? Oh, I can't remember what I'm looking for now.
Oh, for God's sake! Mark on Motoring. Good evening, Boaty. We love you too.
Okay. You carry on now. I'll look for that. Thank you.
All right. Well, I was going to banter. I was going. I've lost the setup now.
I apologise.
I'm going to say that unfortunately, the M11 wouldn't play dirty woodland creatures with me, no matter how much I badgered her. Yeah, I'm here all night, folks. Tell your friends. End of the pier. Right, there is more wine, isn't there? Right, well, I'll crack on with the comments until you catch up, and maybe
that's a good idea, I think. Oh, I found it. So Mark on Motoring said I'm supposed to be going to sleep.
No.
Oh, for God's sake! Right, you carry on while I look for it. I think it's because I'm having trouble winding back that far because everyone's been yakking on.
It's before that. It's his first comment. Good evening, Boaty. We love you too.
I'm just having trouble getting it back on the film. So you carry on and I'll tell you when I found it because I don't want to bore everybody.
Heaven forfend. Just carry on talking about your pothole. That'll do the trick. Most of them are chaps. Happy big birthday, Sean, says Trace, and big love to Sean. James Cameron. Congratulations, Sean, says Peter P. Cheers, says Sean. The M11 says happy birthday, although she won't know she said it because she can't find the comments because she's looking at last week's stream or some such. Let's all give a big warm welcome to my new co-presenter who Happy St. George's Day to all who celebrate, says Trace. Happy birthday, Sean, says Sophie. Good evening, Boaty. Love you too, says Pocahontas 100, which is enormously kind. And my love for you is like a red, red rose, or possibly like some pants, I suppose. Jimmy Quinn is waving the old flag of St. George. Jimmy F500, another Jimmy. I like to have a spare Jimmy knocking about because you never know when your main Jimmy is going to go wrong, do you? Happy birthday, Sean. But what? Best enjoy it. It's all downhill slope now. No, it isn't, Jimmy F500. Everything will go wrong and not work. Yep, it's all bad from now on. Well, bloody hell. Thank you, Jimmy F, a.k.a. the Grim Reaper. Don't listen to him, Sean. Don't pay no attention. Honestly, the best times are ahead. My happiest times have been in my 50s. Well, the part of my 50s specifically after I got rid of Chinese Madam. But Jimmy F500, you're doing your 50s wrong, mate. Take a bit more wine with it. That gobshite on the television again, says Andrew. Stream title, How to Make a Wrestling Ring at the End of Your Garden. Thank you, Steve. And it is, of course, your bounden and highly moral duty to suggest a title for the old live stream tonight, as in every other night. Have you found it yet?
I'm not going to be able to find it. I think for some reason on my device it doesn't let me wind back. It's only letting me see the recent comments. So,
oh, they all only go back so far. Right, where
there's no point me wasting any more time about it. So don't worry.
Okay, so what's the earliest comment you've got there?
Oh, I just put it down. I'll have to get it back up again now. I need to get it back up. You know when it goes down and then it's like, oh, I thought I'd finished with it and now I have to get it back up again.
Yeah, enormously difficult. I find looking at a picture of the Princess of Arbroath without a hat does the trick. Right, happy birthday, Sean, says Sam. Boaty says Simone, hooked on classics. Evening, Boaty, and evening, everyone here, says Mark. Sam says I was supposed to be studying, but I'll do that at some point in the future. If you honk if you're horny, says Trace. Okay, if you say so, honk. There you go. Okay, well, 2 of them are horny. That's a good start. I must say, says Andrew, a jolly and happy Boaty is so much fun to watch. Fairground chant from Sean, the birthday boy. When the red light flickers, show us your knickers. I love a jolly Boaty, says Trace, and hi, Sam, and laughing her bottom off at Sean. Hello, Greenie. I wondered where you've been today. Welcome, Boaty's maiden wine burp and her sister. Happy birthday, Sean, says Simone. Happy birthday, Sean, says Pocahontas 100. Trace has been out with her family, and thank you, Sam, for missing me. I wish I was 50, says Jimmy Quinn. Oh, bless you. Oh, hello, Lee Brady. There's a name I don't recognise. I'm crying, says Trace. It's Claire Sweeney, says Steve. Sam is laughing his jolly well bottom off. I've had to paraphrase there slightly. That's brilliant, says Jimmy. Oh, my God, this is great, says Lee. I wondered what M11 sounds like, says Ben. She sounds sexy, actually. Or posh and sexy. There's nothing sexier than a posh voice. Well, is that still a black calling from the grave, says Sean. Sean got me a belter. I don't think it made it onto my video, but it bloody well made it onto his. He pulled a proper old broadcasting trick on me. You can tell that he's been, in the proper genuine TV business for quite a few years. So we've been driving along. I've picked him up. I've been over the mountain, down the mountain, picked him up from his village. We've driven back up the mountain, and we've just been chatting. We'd never met before. We're having a chat. We're really comfortable with each other. The camera goes on, and he suddenly turns to me, puts me right on the spot, and says, so then, who are you and where are you from? And I said, what? Have I been transported back to a Cilla Black game show? That's a real old broadcasting trick, that is, to just, to snap like that. Camera comes on, and suddenly it's total change, and I was totally unprepared for it. Totally shook me. So, well done, Sean. Is that Cilla Black calling from the grave? How long? Oh, you've got 26 minutes of your birthday left, if you're still awake. It's mustard, says Steve Cold. Emma. I say Emma, says Andrew. The Eliminator, says Peter Page. Mum, I thought you were dead, says Trace. Is it Mrs. Mustard, says Sam. What the, says Mark Passad. My aunt is where I got the normal voice from, says Trace. Oh, my flipping goodness, Greenie, says Sam, kind of. It's not me, Sam, says Trace. Mark on Motoring says, I'm supposed to be going to sleep, Boaty. But Boaty is on fire tonight, laughing my head off. Best phone-in ever, says Peter P. Ben says, yes, very bare. I still have a rosy hue. I don't know what that's in relation to. I wonder who it is, because Andrew said Emma, but I thought she was American. Ross is here, Dino Dad. Hello all. Who's that? Oh, it's Lemons. I thought it was your sister, Tracy, says Jimmy. We all need a Greenwood Sisters collab, says Andrew. And I agree with that. And according to Trace, it is coming. Boaty's getting a hard on there, says Skick, and I shouldn't have read that out. I should have read it first. Oh dear. Mark on Motoring says, I think we've found Boaty and Mustard's next caravan lunch guests. Oh, we so need to make that happen. We so need to make that happen. In fact, bugger lunch. Let's do the whole night. Let's do. Hey, hello.
That sounds very. I'd be up for that.
No, have you caught up?
What do you reckon, Tracy?
Have you caught up by any chance?
No, give up trying to get me to look at the comments, but partly because I think it's funnier with you reading them out, actually.
Oh, right. Well, I still want a cigarette, so
Oh, well, okay, all right, I see. Okay, I didn't realise that I was sort of doing a job for you while you were having regular cigarette break, so I can do that if you like.
I didn't get the last cigarette break, did I? I had to come back and moderate you.
Okay, so we're up to Mark on Motoring. I think we found Boaty and Mustard's next caravan lunch guest. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, off you pop. There's a good boy. So, right.
I'm slightly aroused again.
Hooked on Classics.
I
She
just need
says,
to put that on
M11 just got a new subscriber. Oh, thanks, Simone. Oh, I'm trying to collect subscribers to get my YouTube channel going. The Greenwood, who is my sister, for anybody who doesn't know, says, Mark on Motoring with laughing faces. And then she says, thank you, Simone, on behalf of Emma. Steve Culg is sending some big eyeballs and what looks like a cat in a box. So I'm not quite sure what that's all about. Rose Cheeks, Tracy's Afterburn, Tribe Bunker, says, Sam, your comments on Mustard's stream was brilliant. It's Skick Boaty. Yes, I saw that when he was... Skick thought that... who was it? Sam. Hang on, who is it? Sam, yes. Sam asked if Skick was Boaty, making the comments on Mustard's stream. Jimmy, F500, says, whoa, matron. Simone from Hooked on Classics says, the bonnet banging earned it, Trace. And Tracy says, lol, Simone, with a laughing emoji. Andrew Buttergeek says, new feature, Emma Lemon bedtime stories. Oh, I'd love that. That sounds brilliant. And then Steve Culg says, Tracy's probably way worse. She probably is, to be fair. Andrew Buttergeek says, hi, Simone. Like, we all love Simone. And Simone from Hooked on Classics says, hi back, because she's a lovely lady like that. Then, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, so I apologise if I get it wrong. Sam Riddy Sharma? Was it Rose Cheeks? I wonder what you're implying with this. Is it sarcasm or that I am dumb? Wait to find out the answer to that question. Steve Colg is laughing. And Tracy is saying, this is bizarre hearing my sister on a boaty. Oh, there's a thought. I wonder what Emma Lemons would sound like on a boaty. We'll have to wait to see if we find out about that one day. I hope we will be doing a live stream at the same time. So, OMFG, says Sam Riddy Sharma. It's your sister, lol. And Tracy says, the universe is sending great vibes at the Mo with a lovely little heart. So she's in a lovely, lovely mood after having been out for the evening and drunk a few glasses of wine. And now she's come home and she's happily chilling, watching some of her favourite live streams. Sorry, Tracy, I was getting a bit carried away with the romantic thoughts about you there. Yes, Sam Riddy Sharma, Tracy says. Skick's here. Oh, hello, Skick. Haven't spoken to you yet. That blood rushing to his wig now. Oh, I'm not sure if I was supposed to read that out, sorry. But, hopefully it is rushing in that direction. Simone from Hooked on Classics says, I've been filming more from my other channel today. Oh, that sounds interesting. I'll have to check out your channel, Simone, later. Skick says she sounds educated. Well, you know, it's amazing what a voice can do. Stephen S. Paul is sending birthday wishes by way of various emojis and a little crazy face with a tongue sticking out. Steve Culk says she's Glaswegian, really. I'm not. Sam Riddy Sharma says, okay, How is the chat? I feel I am the youngest. How old is the chat? Well, that's where we want to chat about in a minute, I guess. Jimmy 500 says, nice treat for you, Sean. Andrew Buttergeek says, Marilyn Monroe singing to JFK vibes. And Tracy says, she's as educated as me, Skick. Don't tell everybody that. I like to give the impression that I'm a posh and well-educated lady. You've just completely ruined my image. Dino Dad, who I believe is called Russ or Ross, sorry if I've got it wrong, says, I'm not posh enough for this channel. Boaty, are you coming back to do your job, or are you smoking about 10 cigarettes over there?
It's still the same one. Carry on, you're doing great.
Well, you're lucky that I don't smoke, otherwise I'd be wanting to go for one now as well. So Skick says...
I love yours.
Pardon?
I love yours.
Okay then. You carry on, darling. Right, Skick says 400/209. That's Boat's blood pressure now. Stephen S. Paul says, my ears. Was that to my singing? I'm sorry if it was a bit loud. Hope no one had headphones on. And Tracy, who is my sister, is laughing her figurative anal orifice. Jimmy F500 says, you can just scroll up the comments, Emma. Oh, this must be where they were trying to help me out. I'm really sorry about that. But it took me a while to work out what the hell I was doing. Andrew Buttergeek says, hi, Ross. And Ross says, oh, Dino Dad, you're called Ross. I've got your name now, right. He says, hi, Andrew. I must apologise at being pretty rubbish at some of the names, but I have only been watching for a week after Tracy said that I should come and watch it. So, and I'm glad she did, of course, because this live stream has actually given me quite a lot of pleasure. So anyway, where was I? Dino Dad said, hi, Andrew. Chaz Brown says, it's Educating Rita meets Professor Boaty. Lee Brady says, it was 11:02 p.m, if that helps. What was? Not quite sure what we were talking about there. I'm sorry if I've lost the plot. Stephen S. Paul says, Mark was paid to say that. Jimmy F500 says, Emma Royd. Yes, I've been called that many times in my life. And Emmerdale. I used to be called Emmerdale Farm by people at school, which I didn't particularly like, but you know, I'm called the M11 now, so it's not much better. But at least I can provide you with regular traffic reports. Dino Dad, who is Ross, says, does anyone else know it's YouTube's birthday today? 19 years old? No, I didn't know that. And actually, I thought it was older than that. It seems like it's been going longer, but then I keep forgetting how old I am, which is something that I think is happening to all of us, sadly, but not to the birthday boy. So don't worry about it. Sorry if I've got you worried there. You'll be fine. Right, Jimmy F500. I was only kidding, Sean /Boaty lol. So in case either of you are offended, don't worry. Jimmy was only kidding. Lee Brady says, by the way, hello and good evening, Boaty and everyone. Hope your day went well today. Mine went quite well, actually, thank you. And it's even better now that I'm taking over this lovely live stream for you. Andrew Buttergeek says, us blokes know that problem all too, Emma. Obviously referring to my earlier comment about, I think it was about losing erections or something, wasn't it? Oh, you're back. Would you like to take back over your job?
No, keep going.
They don't tune in to watch me, do they?
They do now.
I'm feeling a little bit guilty for having sabotaged your Tuesday Night Live.
Sabotaged
I'm really sorry about that.
You've improved it. Just keep going.
Well, can you ask your viewers if they think that I should continue? Because I don't want anyone who's tuned in, especially to see you, because I know some of us do, to be put off by, you know, this posh woman whittering on the phone. I
seriously doubt that is the case, but let's whiz through that. You stay there. We'll whiz through the comments. And where did you get to?
I got up to Andrew Buttergeek saying, us blokes know that problem all too well, Emma, referring to his failed erections, which hopefully don't happen too often. Andrew, I didn't have you down as that kind of man.
God. Oh, dear. Okay, so Lee happily changes the subject and says, happy birthday, Sean. Hope you had a great day. And so say all of us. Yay, a night in the caravan, says Peter P. Skick says, it sounds like a Brighton accent to me. Trace says, ooh. Trace says, hang on, let me try and get this right. Ooh. I'd be up for a whole night in the caravan with Emma, Boaty and Mustard. This would be orgasmic, hilarious. Oh, bloody hell, Mike is here. Classic Wheels Wales. Oh, Mike, it's fantastic to have you here with us, mate. I have been kind of getting, reports from other people when you've been on other lives or whatever. So I've kind of been checking in with you. And Mike says, evening, Boaty, you massive tosser, and good evening, humans. Mike, I've missed you so much. I hope you're keeping your head above water. I hope everything's going okay, mate. And you've been in all of our thoughts, and we've been sending all love and positivity. Tricky chaps words. All love and positivity to you, and we can't wait to have you fully. Sorry, I've got erect on my mind now, and I can't seem to get it off. Fully functional. Oh God, that's not much better, is it? All singing and all dancing and firing on all cylinders. Can't wait for that, Mike. And lovely to have you here, mate. Big hello to you. Ben says, Skick, Boaty. It would explain the urgency of trying to arrange one hot night in Mr. Roger Boaty. Russ says, Emma, you sound like Sarah Beanie. I like her. Should she be worried, Russ? Hi, Mike, says Bad Books. Classic Wheels Wales. What? No idea. No idea what that is. That's not an attempt at Welsh, is it, Ben? Surely not. Boaty, do the cooking, says Steakold. Well, this stream is different, says Jimmy. Oh, here we go. Rose cheeks, monkey mouse cat, says Mike. Now, I've still got no idea what monkey mouse cat refers to. I don't know if it's a reference to the MMC. Oh, God only knows. Boaty must be doing the washing up, says Bad Books. Educated, excellent voice, good overall manner, says Skick. And then continues. So, very interesting. And something tells me he's not talking about me. I know she's my sis, but this is hilarious, says Trace. I turned 48 around a month ago, says Simone. Well, you're just a spring chicken, aren't you? Ratings will be up 1,000%, says Andrew Buttygig. Peter P says, Boaty, go and have another fag. I told you they'd be loving you. Andrew is 54 in a couple of days. Well, let us know exactly when. We'll have a party for you as well. Channel name poll, says Ben. M11's World of Boaty World. Keep going, Emma. You are great, says Jimmy F500. Hello, Mike. Hi, Mike. Hey, Mike. That was Andrew, Jimmy, and Trace. My emojis are not working, says Jimmy F500, and that's probably a euphemism as well. I just climbed into bed, says Simone. Just Brown says, M11 has lifted this channel up a notch. Book her for tomorrow night, too. Tomorrow night, I'm going to book her permanently. I'm retiring, darlings. I know when I'm beaten.
You can book me whenever you like.
Don't say things to that. Like, God. Thank you, darling. Everything is good, Jason. Thanks, says the lovely Mike. Classic Wheels Wales. I love Mike. I love Mike to bits. You know when you're really simpatico with somebody, when you meet them for the very first time and they just totally rip the piss out of you. That's what happened with Mustard. First time I met Mustard, when I rocked up to the yard, I think his opening line to me was, fuck me, you look like a Nigel Farage tribute act. And I thought, I like this man. And it was a very similar thing the first time I met Mike, which is, about a year and a half ago now, isn't it? Evening, Boaty, says Rob. Am I the youngest on this live stream? And I think that's Rob Hedgehog. And no, you're not. I've met you. And there's a 16-year-old on this live stream. And as useful as you undoubtedly are, Rob, you don't look 16, mate. Hate to break that to you. I'm 48 in a couple of days also, says Ross. Simone says, Dino, Dad, I fancied the crap out of Sarah Beanie back in the day. And that could be an anal reference, but possibly not. I don't know. And it's not for me to say, really. Road trip M11, says Trace. Boaty, you've scored, says Andrew. Skick says, Boat, she's seriously good. Get her on more. Sounds to me like a confident prostitute. Oh, sorry. My apologies. Sounds to me like a confident pro, probably meaning professional rather than prostitute there, quite possibly. I'm the oldest, says Mike, Classic Wheels Wales. For goodness sake, 56. Trust me, Mike, you're not the oldest. Not by a way. I feel Boaty's Welsh series should feature stroke visit Mr. Mike and his favourite area environ at some point. And Ben, that is a brilliant idea, and I had already thought of it. As some or most of you will know, Mike has unfortunately been poorly again, but I've absolutely... Mike and I have been planning an evening together for ages now, and absolutely that will go into the Welsh series. Mike is in the... Mike is around Newport, Cardiff way, so... The Cardiff was the big city to me as a Valleys boy. So we will do an episode with Mike, and it will be the Valley Boys in the City episode, something like that. I meant tonight, says Rob. I mean tonight. There's a 16-year-old on, Rob. I meant to ask any news about Fanny. Calm down, M11. This is Fanny, the MGF. Although, you know, M11 will give you her own Fanny update, no doubt, very soon, Rob, when I, by popular demand, bugger off for another cigarette and let her take back over. The last I heard on Fanny was that she'd been bought by Jake's pal. She was an amazing hands, and she was being loved and cherished. Not heard anything since then. I must be the oldest, says Jimmy Quinn. Ross says, our friend Jimmy Quinn is 103, but still very great, says Trace. We're going to have to do it soon, Jason, says Mike. Yeah, seriously, Mike, it's well overdue. Well overdue, and I can't wait for that. I won't come down in the car you sold me because the clutch might slip. Sorry, couldn't resist that. Jimmy's still on the ball, though, says Andrew. And Jimmy said, you cheeky so-and-so. I need a wee, says Grace. Can you all stop talking while I go off to the bathroom? Oh, don't stand on ceremony, Trace. Just get the old washing up bowl from the kitchen and squat over it. We don't mind. I mean, God knows you watch and share this time with us all while you're stark naked anyway. You might as well have a whittle in the living room. Skick says, sometimes things come out of the blue, and she could be it. You've got a fan there, M11. You have got a super fan. Steve Nesball says, I'm 59 in age, but mid-30s in appearance. At least that's what they tell me. And by they, I presume you mean the voices in your head. Booking M11. Is the booking agent the Greenwood? I imagine it is. Cheeky monkey, says Mike. I have a question for... Oh, right. Russ says, I have a question for the M11. And at this point, I will hand back over to you, my lovely.
Because I can't answer this question because I can't drive. Well, maybe I could explain why I can't drive, but that might not be very exciting.
Well, the live stream is now in your hands. I'm virtually tagging you.
Well, I could provide some gentle, entertaining singing so that Tracy can go for a wee and Boaty can go for a cigarette and everyone else can just sit there and listen to my amazing voice. So, what's that? What are you doing? What does that mean? Okay, so I am going to give you all a rendition of that old classic, I beg your pardon, I never promised you a lady garden. I beg your pardon, I never promised you my lady garden. with the sunshine. Oh, hang on. Didn't somebody say they wanted a funny update or something? Right, okay. Are we ready for this?
There's gotta be a little rain sometime.
Okay, I've finished singing that one now.
When
to the
you
next
take,
song.
you gotta
Right, here we
give,
go.
so live and let live and let go. Whoa, 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 I beg your pardon. We never promised you a lady guarding.
You trying to put on a Norfolk accent there? I don't have a Norfolk accent.
Sorry, carry on. I'm not here.
Anyway, fannies. I'm going to sing a song about fannies.
Oh,
so
God.
let us tweak slightly that other classic song to fit with fannies. So, show your fanny around the caravan. I actually don't know the tune to that song. I'm so sorry. I could make up my own song. I could try. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm losing my equipment. Oh, sorry, I was dropping things that I didn't want to be dropped.
God, it's that night on the car bonnet all over again, so, isn't it?
I'm going back to the comments if you're still busy. Sorting yourself out. Right, so Dino Dad had asked me about the car. Sorry, I don't drive. Classic Wheels Wales says, no, please. I'm not quite sure what offer he had there, but he was refusing it, whatever it was. Simone from Hooked on Classics says, I need to go to sleep now. TTFN, everyone. Oh, we may have already missed you now, Simone, but if you are still around, have a lovely sleep, and I hope you wake up really refreshed and have a fantastic day tomorrow. And I will look at your channel when I finished, this show here that I'm presenting. Rose Cheeks, Tracy's Afterburn Tripemonger says, night-night, Simone. Oh, isn't that lovely? And Andrew Buttergeek says, Emma's voice reminds me of Victoria Cohen Mitchell. I don't know who she is, so I will have to check her out afterwards as well. Stephen S. Paul says, night, Simone. Classic Wheels Wales also says, night, Simone. Andrew Buttergeek says, a perfect duo. Are we talking about the singer, or I'm not quite sure who we're talking about there. Steve Clark says, 70s child is full of grass. The Greenwood, who is my sister, has put a heart. I'm not quite sure who she's loving there, but she's loving somebody. As long as she's loving me, that's the main thing. Andrew Buttergeek is saying night-night to Simone as well. Now, Simone's getting so many night-nights tonight. Jimmy F500 says, I don't go to the bog. I just do a pee in my pants. Saves time. Lol. Oh, you might want to go and change your trousers now, Jimmy. Rose Cheeks, Tracy's Afterburn Tripemonger says, Jethro, that bush won't trim itself. What's it I always say? It's an expression I always use, and I can't remember what it is now, so it can't be. I can't use it that often. It was about peeing in bushes, but I might remember it in a minute. Dino Dead says, night, Simone, and Andrew Buttergeek says, Emma, with no less than 6 laughing faces. So I've obviously tickled his particular funny bone this evening. Rob says, M11 is talking about Funny the Freestyle, right? And Steve Colg has put a little... It looks like a little waving ghost with a magic wand. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. Andrew Buttergeek is showing a picture of mustard for some reason. I'm sure you all know what. So I've only been here since Monday, so I'm still trying to work out what the hell is going on. I still am trying to work out what the hell. What am I doing on a live stream about cars? That's what I'm wondering. There must be something drawing me here. I think I know what it is, but Classic Wheels Wales. This is the best live ever. Oh, thank you. Oh, you might want to find yourself a new job, Boaty. Okay. Sign on Monday morning. Is he even still there? Oh, no, I can see the shadow in the fridge. He's still there. Right, Andrew Buttergeek says, the singing Emma. Oh, Stick again. The lovely Stick, who seems to be liking me. So, yes, I've taken a shine to you, Stick. Hello, it is me you're looking... Oh, okay, we're singing this one. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. Oh, I thought we were going to have some hilarious lyrics coming up, but he's literally just quoting the song. So we won't go any further with that. Tracy's afterburn, which I'm going to call you now for short because I'm getting a bit worn out.
Call him Ben. His name is Ben.
A pea in the bush is wet in the hand. Now, I'm trying to remember the expression I say, which is like a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. And I can't remember what it is, but I may remember in a minute when I'm not reading the comments. And Tracy is laughing. And Jimmy Quinn says, don't forget to like. Oh, yes, we must remember to like. Would you like to take over now, Boaty?
No.
Mark on motoring. A slightly intoxicated Boaty. You can read that one. Mark on motoring.
No, you carry on. I'm just
they
enjoying
don't want
it.
to hear me all night. It's your show.
They
when
do.
I watch it back, because I can't watch it because I'm presenting tonight, I'm going to want to not hear my voice wittering on because I hear my voice all the time. I want to hear your desolate tones.
Desolate?
Delicate?
Well, dulcet would have been kinder, but desolate is probably more accurate, to be fair. A slightly intoxicated Boaty, says Mark on motoring, making innuendo while dressed like Jeremy Clarkson. Well, Emma sings the hits. Best Boaty live stream ever. I would agree with that. Dino Dad Ross says, hey, Mark on motoring. Classic Wheels Wales says Wales, just to try and confuse us, presumably. Wales. Bloody big fish are whales. Poll result is in, says Ben. The channel is now called M11's World. And Jimmy F500 says, Boaty, you're fired. I fired myself. I know when I'm beaten. I can't believe I missed the whole show for doing disgusting chores, says Got to Be Me, who we know and indeed love and cherish as Sherry, our lovely friend from across the herring pond who doesn't want to be there. Bless her. Where did the excellent English come from, says Skick. Denise 7 asks, who is talking, Boaty? Well, Denise 7, and welcome to the live stream. And I know from your recent comment on one of my videos that you were kind enough to watch and pass a kindly comment regarding. I know that you have very recently hopped over here from Captain Mustard's Project Nigel channel. And the person talking is a random person called M11, who we all now adore, who is all the most essential part of our inner scrotum, but it has only been a part of this community since
1 week ago.
1 week ago. And here she is, taking over the show and improving it out of all recognition. So M11, this could get confusing, Denise, but you know the Greenwood, our Tracy, well, M11 is her skin and blister, her sister. And she got dragged into this madness and seems to be coping with it. And is just generally on a mission to make it a damn sight more entertaining. And is doing a wonderful job of it too. Hi, Sherry, says Trace. A voice in the desolate Sahara, says Ben. Bye-bye, Boaty. Long live M11, says Peter P. Right, my challenge now, M11, is to keep you on here so that you don't just go off on your own channel and I lose all of my viewers. I mean, I'll have to think of some cunning way to bribe you.
You have to tie me up somewhere.
Oh, God. Yeah, that would work. That would definitely work.
Just don't throw me in a river.
No. The river's quite a long way from here. It'd be too far, to be honest. I've got a coal bunker just outside. Who needs rivers? Sherry, says Ben. You'll enjoy watching / listening back to the show. Mustard will have to up his game now, says Jimmy F500. I thought M11 was an OG, says Sherry.
An OG?
I've got no idea.
An old girl?
Own goal?
Or a fist grinder?
Obstinate God? Not a clue. Skick says, do a split screen in the future with her. And I don't know exactly what sexual position that is, Skick, but I'm not as flexible as I used to be in the days that I was a professional athlete and stretching was a daily routine for me. But, you know, give me half a bottle of wine and I'll give it the old college try. Lee Brady says it's original gangster, lol. Ben agrees, original gangster. Trey says OG's old gang, part of the old gang. OG's Orange Grove, says Stephen S. Paul. Peter P helpfully adds it's oven glove. Rob says original gangster. Andrew says, finally, Boaty, you can break out the podgering harness. The podgering harness wasn't my thing. It was Mustard's thing for capturing unruly canines. Thank you for the wonderful information, says the lovely Denise 7, named possibly after the longest river in the Kingdom of United. I think it's the longest river. It's certainly the only tidal one. Thank you for the wonderful information. Hi, M11. Nice to hear you. Tracy's having a bit of a giggle at the old split screen position. Owl grabber. Owl grabber. Oh dear. Owl grabber, says Steve Cole. I like that. Comment at the stream, Ivor, says Ben. And I think that's in relation to breaking out the old podgering harness.
Perhaps we could use that as a title.
We certainly could do. I will screenshot it.
Do you like the way I said we now? I'm completely taking over.
Am I objecting?
You're doing as you're told.
Exactly. Sherry says, I like the old gold definition, but here in the United States of Confusion, I've only recently learned about that. When people have been around shows and for a long time, they call them OGs for old guys and gals. Okay, that makes sense, Sherry. And that ties in with the fact that all of you people watching are bugs because you're all old boaties, old geezers and gals. Even, and I want to make this perfectly clear, even if you're only 16 years old, you are still a bug. Oh, hello. One health review. This could be fun. Orgasm giver. Well done, Russ. Well done, Russ. Yeah, you should have that put on a t-shirt. Sherry says, I have to come to England to learn the correct definition. So it's okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, come over, Sherry. Yeah, you got loads of friends here now. Boaty is being dommed. Is that a verb? Dommed. Boaty is being dommed here by my own sister, and I am crying.
Oh, Tracy, it's not that upsetting, is it?
It probably would be. I mean, if it was a real life thing, I imagine I would be crying with my buttocks glowing.
It's fine. That's not my style.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What about the other way round?
Yes, that's more like it.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's suits me too.
I'm glad we're singing from the same hymn sheet.
Oh, totally. Absolutely. How is M11 getting to speak so that we can hear her, Sherry? Well, Sherry.
I use my mouth. You just open your mouth and sound comes out. It's quite clever.
Yeah, but it is coming out via a portable electric telephone, which I will now show. This is the portable electric telephone, which is transmitting the M11's voice to this here, which what is a microphone. And then that is, I don't know, that's doing something exciting over to there, which is where the camera and microphone receiver is. And then YouTube happens. I don't know. Oh, is it? Really? Is this true, Mike? I'm selling all of my old classics and I'm going to Greece to spend the rest of my days. And I can't wait. Mike, is that true? Seriously, I did see fleetingly earlier today that you did have you did have a car for sale on Marketplace. If that's true, then I'm coming down sooner rather than later, because you're not fucking off to Greece without us having a night together. Well, an evening together. I don't mean in a Greek style. Oh, no offense. Seriously, if you are heading back, I mean, I'll come and visit you in Greece, but we're having a night out in Cardiff first, mate. Diddly do. Ben says, Bogs, or now it's Mugs. M11's old geezers and gals. Oh, well, there you go. I'm a mug. Get in that 623, says Skick, and get down the motorway boat. He's a big fan of decisive action, is Skick. 100%, Mike. Okay. Well, it's not going to happen next week or the week after, is it? So if you're up to it health-wise, then let's plan a Monday night on the town, mate. I've completely forgotten to take my meds with all of the excitement, says Jimmy at 500. Completely understandable. Ross says, classic VW. If Boaty sold his cars, he'd get to Bognor Regis. I'm not surprised, Jimmy F. 500. This is very funny, says Trace.
I'm telling you what, Tracy will be absolutely howling. The neighbours would have to put ear defenders on.
Okay, so we have caught up with the comments. Oh, yeah, bloody hell, January. Okay, Mike, right. At least one night out, if not more. And I'll still come and haunt you in Greece. And now, oh, hang on. By the way, says Sherry, many years ago when I was younger, I had many pain pills. What? And one was a female young girl like myself in Wembley Middle. Oh, pen pals. Right. It says many years ago when I was younger, I had many pain pills. And one was a female young girl like myself in Wembley, Middlesex. And I'm assuming that pain pills was actually pen pals. So you are all now my new international voice or chat pals, and we're very happy to be so. And on that note, I will hand you back to the new presenter and on this channel, which has now been renamed M11's World. And take it away, M11.
Well, you are putting me in quite a difficult position, actually, because...
I'm like that. I'm like that. I mean, just give me half a chance and, yeah, before you know it, you suddenly find yourself in a difficult position. And there might well be people holding turnips, viewing covertly from the hedgerow.
Oh, look at you trying to sort out more dogging.
I've never done it.
Some dogging.
I still don't think it's a thing. I still don't accept that it's a thing.
It definitely is.
Really? I mean, normal people go out and do it purely as a hobby, not to film it for dodgy porn channels.
Oh, come on, surely you're not that naive.
I bloody am.
It is educating.
Okay, well, there you go. There you go.
I was just going to say you put me in a difficult position and that you told me I need to take over, but you haven't given me a topic to talk about. So, I hadn't if I'd realised I was co-presenting this evening, I would have drawn up an agenda. But I actually just called up to say, it's fucking freezing without me tracksuit trousers, Boaty.
Oh dear. He'll fall off, Emma. Say that.
It's all right. I've had worse happen.
We've all had worse happen. You don't get the luxury of an agenda, my lovely. Not with this lot. You just have to kind of open your mouth and see what comes out, or if you're in a dogging situation, goes in. Exactly, yeah.
Yes, but I'm not experienced in presenting, so it's hard for me to suddenly think of a topic if I'm not given one. Is anybody suggesting any topics in the comments here?
Can I just point
apparently
out
your
that
serial dogger is the first thing that I've seen.
M11 would like to be given one, darlings. So if anybody would like to give M11 one, then pop it in the comments and she will grab hold of it and run with it. I mean, at some point, we need to bugger off. We've been going like 15 minutes longer than we should have.
Oh, look, Rose Cheeks, Tracy's afterburnt frightenmonger, is saying, after all these years, have Mustard and Boaty do cars found their dream co-presenter? Well, you see, dear, I actually don't know anything about cars. The only experience I have with cars is, as I mentioned earlier, being dagged on a bonnet, well, potentially dagged, and when I was 19, which is many years ago, many decades ago. So, that's the only experience of cars I have, genuinely. I don't drive. I don't know anything about cars. I was just dragged here by my sister because, as I said earlier, if she gives an order, you have to obey it. That's what she's like. Stephen Paul says, "You silly eccentric Brits." And Tracy's back. She says she's dying. I hope you're okay, Tracy. Because I said the word dagged. So the neighbours will be putting their ear defenders back on. Andrew Boaty says, "Oh, your thoughts on toast racks, Emma?" Well, I like a nice toast rack because I feel that it can make the breakfast table display look rather fancy. It looks like you've put some effort in. However, if I'm making a slice of toast for myself and I want a quickie, and I'm talking about a quick slice of toast, I won't bother with the toast rack. I used to have one, but look, there's a lovely, it's an antique. No, a vintage one, isn't it? Oh, I haven't seen that one before. The other one I think I've seen before, I think it's vintage. Anyway, so thank you for that topic, Andrew Buttigieg. We shall move on. Skick asks, this is I feel like I'm on like the Jeremy Vine show or something. Skick asks, in past relationships, was money important to you? No, it wasn't, because if it was, I would have made better decisions about who I had relationships with. I can honestly say not one relationship I've ever had has been with somebody who has any reasonable amount of money. I'm not quite sure where I'm going wrong there. I think it's because I'm more attracted by other things as opposed to money, which actually isn't a bad thing in my opinion. But a little bit of money would be nice. Steve Culk wishes he had a dog. Yes, that's an interesting point. Maybe you could pop out and find one at some point. Although I have experience of this sort of thing, I don't actually know exactly where to go for it. So you might need to ask somebody else. Rob says, "Oh, M11, you don't sound a day over 30. You're so kind." Hopefully I don't look ancient either. But that's me in my little profile picture. So if anybody would like to click on that and tell me how beautifully young I look, I will love you forever. Peter P, well qualified for presenting on this channel. That's very nice of you to say so. I just don't have the experience. So as you can tell, I'm quite sort of shy and quiet and, I can't really, put myself forward. I can't really sort of push myself at you. And Classic Wheels Wales says, "I love a nice rack." Well, good, because because maybe I might have one of those. Andrew Buttigieg says, "Boaty can teach you a thing or two about cars, Emma." Well, if he wants to, he can do that. He can do that. I shall just stand there and, pretend I'm interested while admiring something else. Andrew Buttigieg also says, "Same here, Mike." Dino Dad, who is, I've forgotten, is it Russ or Ross? I think her name is Ross, isn't it? M11, dogs or cats? Now, if we are being serious and not talking about dags or cats, I am going to go with cats. I do like a nice pussy cat. Skick says, "What type of work are you interested in?" That's not a very interesting answer I would give to that, but basically, I'm willing to try anything, dear. The Greenwood says, "Shy and quiet." Tracy, you know that I'm shy and quiet. Don't give it away. Mark on Motoring says, "Emma, I'm struggling to find your channel. A little help, please." You won't want to look at my channel, partly because you will find it really boring. I've got one video on, and it's about skincare. It's honestly I'm just starting, trying to work out what I'm doing with it. So, but it is called Emma Lemon. It is actually called Emma Lemon. So it shouldn't be difficult to find. And it's got the same profile photo. I hope you don't mind me promoting my channel here, Boaty. Is that okay?
No, you go for it.
Would you like to take the comments back, or are you chilling out there nicely?
I'm chilling out nicely. You carry on. I'm thinking
are you
about
absolutely
supper.
certain? Because I do feel a little bit bad that I've like destroyed your evening's show.
You're going to feel a damn sight worse when they tell you you've got to come back tomorrow and do it all over again.
Right. All right. Then, Rose. Is it? I think it's Rose Cheeks. Tracy's Afterburn.
Ben. His name is Ben.
Oh, his name's Ben. Thank you for telling me. You could have told me that ages ago.
I did. You were too busy babbling to listen.
Say it. I know that I'm only a recent member of your scrotum, but, you know, I'm still learning. I'm completely learning here.
I did tell you earlier, but you were babbling and you didn't listen.
I do tend to do that. I apologise.
Not at all.
Please forgive me.
Oh, consider yourself forgiven.
Oh, thank you very much, Boaty. Anyway, Ben
As
says,
you sincerely beg my pardon.
That was going... Pardon?
Hey?
Oh, good. Ben says, oh, that was going so well until, if it's just for me, I don't bother. Boaty is pierced to the toe sweat of the heart. Is he?
It's true. It's true.
Ross says, do you make jewellery? I'm a little bit baffled by that comment because I was self-employed making and selling jewellery until recently. So I'm wondering if you have seen something somewhere on the internet by Googling, perhaps. But I no longer make it, but, you know, I may again one day. Jimmy Quinn says, Boaty don't like big one. Well, you know, I'm all for, you know, attempting to change that. You know, it's a matter of taste, isn't it? Andrew Buttergeek says, both hands on table. Stephen S. Paul says, Boaty's just sitting there with his hands in his pocket.
Well, can I just interject to say that, as Confucius said, a man with hand in pocket feel cocky all day.
Oh, try not to make me laugh too much because I've still got a bit of a cough from this illness, and if I laugh too much, I'll go into a massive coughing fit.
Well, it could be worse. You could wet yourself. Count your blessings.
Tracy says, rosé cheeks, like rosé wine, Emma Lemon. Peter P says, sub to the channel. Oh my God, the Lemon channel. People are subbing to me. They're not going to want to talk about skincare. I'm going to have to rethink my life. My life plans are in tatters now. Maybe I should turn to doing this sort of thing. Right, got to be me, which is, I think, is that Sherry? Sorry, I'm still learning people's names.
It is.
She says, okay, Emma 11, I will ask what I wanted to inquire of your sister, but I didn't the other day. So what is a car bonnet? And want to let you know, I'm so jealous of the accents, but I can imitate them. Patty, would you like to explain what a car bonnet is? Because I think you are more, you know, qualified to be able to talk about things
Sherry,
like that.
it's what you would call the hood, my lovely. The bonnet is what we call the hood. Well, that's it. That's what it is. We call it a bonnet. In America, it's called the hood. It's the bit at the front that you open to inspect the engine and see if any badgers have recently infiltrated it and passed away due to excessive emissions.
Well, thank you very much for that detailed explanation, Boaty.
Not at all, not at all. Happy to help.
No problem. I shall carry on if you will allow me.
Please,
Andrew Buttergeek says, Sherry, bonnet / hood, boot / trunk. Oh, we could have had Andrew to explain it. Peter P says, we don't talk about wonking on this channel.
We don't. We don't.
Classic Wheels Wales says, definitely the best live. Emma, you're hired. Oh, thank you. And may I suggest you may like to replace Alan Sugar? Rose Cheeks. Oh, I've forgotten her name. His name, Ben.
Ben.
Right. He says he's also subbed. I'm getting many subscribers here. I wish I got my channel up and running because, you know, they're going to go there and there'll be nothing there and they're going to be bored and disappear. But, oh well, I shall have to have discussions with the Greenwood about where I should take that channel because she's very experienced. Stephen S. Paul says, man with itchy arse. Can I say these words? I don't know if I can say these things.
You can, yeah.
Okay, man with itchy arse ends up with smelly finger Confucius. Oh, by Confucius, sorry.
Man who got to bed with itchy bottom, wake up, very smelly finger. Yeah, quite true.
So you're better at this than me.
I'm really not.
I didn't quite hear that. You cut out. So
I said I'm really not.
Oh, okay. Well, you are. I'm telling you, you are. Steve Culk says, Stephen, laughing. And Skick says, is she a Yank? Is who a Yank? Me? I'm from London. The same as the Greenwood. We were born in the same hospital.
You've yanked a few in your time.
But I'm the posh one in the family. Steve Culk says, the pocket joke. And got to be me, who is Sherry, says, Andrew, yes, you British are so proper. Even with your words. Very nice. Thank you. I'm learning the lingo. HW100 says, hi, Boaty.
Oh, hello.
He is still here somewhere. Dino Dad says, M11, you need a flowchart for all our names. Yes, I will have to get one drawn up. And we're at the last comment on the list currently, and this is by Andrew Buttigieg, who says, Sherry, I'm Australian. My mum is English.
And there we are.
Over to you, Boaty.
At that point, we have actually caught up with the comments. And as much as I really do, being on even more of a natural high than when I started this thing, I feel inclined to carry this on until at least 4 o'clock and get tremendously drunk and no doubt hideously indiscreet and inappropriate. But you lot have all got to go to bed at some point. I really need to get outside of some curry. The lovely M11 has probably got things to be doing. Well, sorting out a channel for a bleeding start now that she's got about 11 million new subscribers. So, on that note, darlings, I'm going to suggest that you all start saying your good nights, that you all start telling M11 that that you might perhaps rather enjoy doing this all over again. You know, just if you feel that way, put it out there, and perhaps she will be willing, or if she's got any sense, she'll do it on her own bleeding channel. How many subscribers have we got?
Oh, I don't want to click off the screen to have a look, but
roughly.
Oh, I only had 33 before. I don't know how many I've got now. I'll be interested to have a look afterwards.
Right. Well, the salient point is that you can't actually live stream until you've got 50.
Oh,
so,
I know that. I saw, yeah.
Right. So that means I've got you locked in here for at least another day.
You're just using me, aren't you, to get subscribers?
Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, the comment about, of course, you won't know this, but the comment about Mustard and Boaty finally getting the third presenter relates to the fact that Mustard and I, over a space of about 6 months, were desperately trying to recruit a third presenter of a female orientation and flavour and variety, because we were very well aware that you can only go so far being a chap, and that if you really want to take off on YouTube, you need a relatively nubile filly on the books, as it were. And we desperately tried to recruit one, and so that's what that comment was in relation to. But yeah, so what's her channel called, Askick? It's called Emma Lemon, not M11. Emma Lemon.
You don't want to go looking up YouTube channels to do with M11. You won't find me there. Do
check it out, Skick, and anybody else, because let's face it, she's not only part of the inner scrotum now, she's taken over the inner scrotum. She is the force of nature that causes the inner scrotum to imperceptibly tighten with tingling excitement of new futures and unknowns and all of that sort of thing. It's not an attractive thing, a scrotum, is it? But can't be helped. It's like God kind of said, God, I've got a load of elbow skin left over. What shall I do with it? I know. I'll make a little bag and put the men's balls in it. But anyway, that's by the by. So if you would like the M11 to come on and do this all again at any and every point that is convenient to her, do shout out in the comments. Now then, where do we get to? Here we are. It's a hood, for Christ's sake, says Stephen S. Paul, not a bonnet. No wonder the Germans bombed you people. God. Thanks, Emma, you did well, says Jimmy F500. Mark on Motoring, who's still here, and he wouldn't have been if you weren't here, M11. I can guarantee that. Says good night, everyone. Jimmy Quinn says bye all. Jimmy F500, in response to would you like to hear M11 presenting again, says yes, yes, and thrice yes. Peter P says 39, and I've got no idea why. Good night, Jason, says Mike, Classic Wheels Wales. Good night, Emma, and good night, humans. Skick, I told you her channel is called Emma Lemon. I will sub for skincare, says Sherry. So it's Emma Lemon. Apparently it is, yeah. Be well, everyone, says Stephen S. Paul. I think, says Andrew Buttigieg, who we know and love as Ivor Spotty Butty, I think we have just witnessed the birth of a YouTube legend. And I wouldn't disagree. Chaz Brown says, I can see the M11 and Boaty roadshow coming. Skick says, book me in for a live with her.
Is that a euphemism?
Possibly. Denise 7 says, good night to all. I'll be back. It's been a great laugh. Oh, bloody hell. Ed Usher has rocked up now. It's like 32 minutes past midnight, an hour and 32 minutes after this thing began, and 32 minutes after it was supposed to finish. And he's just rocked up and says, sorry I'm late, Boaty. Is that the M11? What a lovely voice. What have I missed? God. Well, you've missed. You'll have to watch it. You'll have to watch it on catch up. Night, night, Emma, and all, says Peter P. Oh, and also Boaty, I suppose. Trace says Emma will be on my live stream on Saturday. And Trace goes on to say, I think this chat will end, but the phone call Boaty / Emma will continue. And Ross says, my skin is like an elephant's nutsack. What skincare do I need? Well, over to you for that one, my lovely. Over to you, and we will end this in 4 minutes.
Oh, are you expecting me to answer that question about the elephant nutsack skin?
Well, yeah, obviously. I'm not going to
Well, no, I think that I should use this as an opportunity to say you'll have to subscribe to my channel and await that particular feature.
Oh,
and in the meantime, I will do some research on the subject. So that's all I can say to that. Now, there are a couple more comments coming through, although he is otherwise engaged.
Hang on. I have a question for you. I have a question. Would an elephant's nutsack be acceptable as hand luggage on a Ryanair flight?
Is that a question to me or?
Yeah, to you.
I have no idea.
Oh, thank you. Most informative. I'm glad I asked.
Don't make me cough. Right, anyway, I shall continue. Ben says, I've got 41 subs now. Oh, my goodness. Blimey. Thank you very much. Oh, 42 now, says Peter P. Andrew Buttigieg says, Trace, feeling on Boaty being a possible relative? No, we are not related. Completely. I've never heard of Boaty until Monday last week when Tracy says, why don't you come and look at Mustard's stream, and there's another guy afterwards called Boaty. Have a look at that. I was like, oh, okay, I was sick. I was on my sick bed. I wasn't feeling well. And I thought, I'll have a look at this. And yeah, that's what happened. We're not related at all. Never heard of him from Adam from a week ago. Stephen S. Paul has got eyeballs and a funny face. Not quite sure why. Tracy says, I wouldn't complain, Andrew Buttigieg. Not quite sure what that... I'm losing the plot here. I'm not quite understanding what people are saying. And Andrew Buttigieg is laughing, so he obviously understands. We still haven't got Boaty back, so I shall witter on a bit longer, I guess. What shall I witter about? Oh, I just want to say to Boaty, this is my phone number I am calling from. So if you did want to discuss anything, yeah, send me a text if you wanted to talk about, well, anything. Yeah, but it's my private phone number, so don't go reading it out online. Otherwise, I think it'd be like a hotline as soon as the live stream is finished. You're back. Right, you can take back over now and say your goodbyes. Everyone, say your good nights, please.
Yeah, it is indeed time to God Almighty, it really is that time of night, isn't it? I genuinely, darlings, tonight has been so much fun. I'm so grateful to M11. It's been, well, I think most of you would say this has been the best live stream ever. And I would find it quite difficult to disagree with you. The only way it could be improved would be if it was with a few of us together in an aged caravan or indeed a travelodge on the North Walian coast. That would be rather fun. And who knows? One of these days, that exact thing might happen. I will definitely not be reading out M11's private telephone number, which I shall not be abusing tonight because I'm absolutely shattered. I'm absolutely shattered. I need to get curry and sleep. I'm genuinely, I think I mentioned it very briefly earlier on, and you'll see it in the daily diary if you're a channel member. I'm really excited about Monday's video. I've pieced all of the middle section together, all of the, well, 90% of the stuff with mustard. It's so much better than I was hoping that it could be. And I'm so excited about getting the rest of it together so it can get out there and die on its absolute arse. As always, I need to thank all of you for being here. Still 30 of you at this time of night. That's incredible. Again, triple thanks to the M11 for just, well, quite frankly, raising this poor excuse for a live stream to incredibly high new levels. And, well, watch this space. Hopefully this will not be a one-off. What else do we need to say? Check out Emma Lemon, the YouTube channel, which is blessed with a mighty one video at the moment. It's all about skincare, and it's called What to Do If Your Skin Looks Like an Elephant's Ball Bag. But I'm reliably informed there are going to be more tremendously wonderful videos to come regarding various aspects of coping with having elephantine skin, dodgy ball bags, or being caught in an unexpected dogging situation, which actually that would be really quite difficult to deal with, wouldn't it? More on that later. Let's play through the rest of your comments before we bugger off. Oh God, where did I get to? Oh, there. That's right. Oh no, what Andrew was on about, feeling on Boaty being a possible relative. He wasn't talking about you and I being related. He was somewhat prematurely suggesting that Tracy might become an in-law, which yeah, it's a little bit early to think about buying a new hat. And then Tracy said I wouldn't complain. God. Bile, says Skick. Sherry says, I know I'll be envious, but it's lovely to hear her voice and yours. A transatlantic car would be quite a hefty price, I'm sure. or I'd volunteer because I was a theatre major and have experience. And by transatlantic car, I assume that Sherry actually means transatlantic call. And if you do it via WhatsApp or something like that, or Messenger, Sherry, it wouldn't be a hefty price at all. It would be entirely free. Bye-bye, folks, says Chaz Brown. It's been a lot of fun, our kids. Night-night, says Ed Usher. I must say, says Ivor Spotty Botty, this has been, in capital letters, the best live stream ever. There you are, then. It has, Andrew. 100%, says Skick. I'm looking forward to seeing the videos, says Trace. We're sticking around for the chemistry, says Andrew. Night all, and thanks M11, says Ross. Good night all, says Lee Brady, and thank you. It was really fun tonight. Definitely had loads of laugh, which I appreciate. So thank you all. Elephantitis, says Chaz Brown. And then Skick says, I asked a few nights ago about the rash on my face. I'm sick of it. Skick, don't worry. We've got M11 on board now, and she is a skincare expert, one of the foremost in the UK. And I'm pretty confident that I speak for her when I tell you that she will take on the rash on your face entirely personally, and she will not rest until she has found both the cause and indeed the cure. So don't you worry. You might want to subscribe to her channel. Oh dear. Well, what is it, says Skick? We don't know. You'll have to have a private consultation with M11 and send her pictures. God. Sorry, completely losing the plot now. Right then, darlings, it really is time to say goodnight. 42
Could
minutes.
I just say, Boaty, thank you for letting me co-present on your channel, and unexpectedly, because I only rang in to do that, little prank. And it's been lovely talking to you and your lovely community, and I would feature again if anybody wants me to, or if you want me to indeed. You might never want to hear my voice again after all my witterings. No,
we are expecting you at 11 o'clock prompt tomorrow night. That'll teach you. So there we are, darlings.
And good night, everybody.
Yeah, well, please say your good night. Or was that it? Have you peeked?
Well, yes, I thought, because I can't type while I'm on the phone, so I thought I better verbally say good night, everybody. It's been lovely talking to you, and thank you. I mean, it's lovely. It's flattering to read all these comments, I have to say, about, me being funny, coming from somebody who at school was picked on a lot for being a little eccentric. It's really nice, when you feel like you're in a community where people actually appreciate your humour. And I feel like there's people here who understand me a bit. So, yes, thank you, everybody. And thank you again, Boaty.
You are more than welcome. See you on the dark side, says Grace. And on that note, I will say thank you so much, everybody, for being here tonight. It's been a blast. It's been unexpectedly wonderful. I told you at the beginning of this stream that I was feeling on a natural high and incredibly optimistic, and wonderful things were going to happen. And hey, guess what? They have. So we should say before we go, again, a very, very happy birthday to Sean. 50th birthday, although as it is now like 3/4 an hour into the day after his birthday, maybe I should say that can we be the first to wish you a very happy 51st birthday for next year. And on that note, right, that's it, my loves. Please have a safe and peaceful night. Have the best day that you can tomorrow. Take great care of yourselves, and join me or possibly us again tomorrow night, same place, same time, 11 o'clock, and it will be Wednesday Night Live. So much love from me and Much love from my co-presenter, who is now going to say a final good night.
Good night, everybody. Sleep well.
There you go. All right, darlings, that is it. Thank you so much. Much love, and hopefully catch you tomorrow. But you, oh, yes, and indeed, you do the bosh.
Bosh.
We had to
Hello?
wait a while, but it came. Good night, darling.
Hello?